You know that feeling of really wanting to accomplish something, but everyone around you keeps telling you that you won't make it? As if every step you take, someone is there to criticize, doubt, or even laugh at you. Well, this is the story of little Anna, an ant with a huge dream. She wanted to create something amazing, but instead of support, all she got was laughter and criticism from her fellow ants. Now imagine this: you are full of desire, but every time you try to move forward, it feels like the world is pulling you back. And the question that remains is, will you give up on your dreams because of what others say? In this emotional story, we will discover how Anna, despite feeling like a failure and all alone, learned to face all the criticism and rose stronger than ever. But be careful. Just like Anna, if you're not ready to handle the voices trying to bring you down, you might end up abandoning your dreams too. And before we dive into this incredible journey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This way, you won't miss any more inspiring stories like this one, and you'll keep learning how to overcome life's challenges. Let's follow Anna's courage together and learn how to deal with the criticism that we all face. In a corner of the large anthill lived Anna, a very different ant. While all the other ants were busy with the same old routine, collecting leaves, carrying crumbs, and keeping the anthill stocked, Anna had something special inside her. She just couldn't settle for the monotony. There was a fire burning in her heart, something that made her dream big. While the other ants only thought about their daily tasks, Anna had a vision. She wanted to open her own store. But it wouldn't be just any store. She imagined a business where she could sell the most curious and intriguing objects she found along her daily explorations: a shiny little stone, a seashell, or even a unique leaf. To her, every item carried a story, a value that the other ants couldn't see. But in the anthill, things weren't that simple. The other ants, stuck in their traditions, didn't understand Anna's dreams. They laughed at her. "Anna, that's ridiculous. No one wants to buy your little things. We have real work to do," they said in unison. Deep down, they thought Anna was just wasting her time. "You should stop being so stubborn and help us collect food like we all do," they insisted, almost like a mantra. Each criticism, every laugh, felt like a blow to Anna's heart. No matter how hard she tried to keep going, it hurt her. At night, when she was alone in her little corner of the anthill, she would wonder if she was really doing the right thing. Were her dreams silly? Was she wrong for wanting something different? But deep down, Anna knew that giving up wasn't an option. No matter how heavy the criticism felt, something inside her kept telling her to continue. She wanted to prove that it was possible to dream and achieve, even if the other ants didn't understand. And so, every new morning, Anna would lift her head, put on a smile, and go out in search of more treasures for her imaginary store. However, the weight of the criticism didn't lessen, and Anna began to wonder, how far could she go on her own? Would the other ants ever see the value in what she was doing? On one of these days of deep reflection, Anna set out early on another treasure hunt. She walked through the fields, following her little antennae, sniffing out objects that could become part of her collection. The sky was clear, and the wind blew gently through the leaves, as if the world outside was rooting for her, even if her companions weren't. Anna wasn't sure exactly what she was looking for, but her heart beat strongly, urging her to continue. Suddenly, something unusual happened. While examining a small acorn on the ground, she felt a huge shadow cover the sun. She looked up and saw, high above her head, a majestic eagle. Anna froze for a second. "What is an eagle doing here?" she thought. It wasn't common to see such majestic creatures around the anthill. The eagle, curious, landed gently on a nearby rock. With its sharp and piercing eyes, it looked directly at Anna and asked, "Little ant, what are you doing here? You seem so focused." Anna, surprised by the gentle approach, began to tell her story. She explained that she was searching for unique items for her imaginary store and that, despite her enthusiasm, her fellow ants mocked her dreams. She shared how she wanted to innovate and create something different, but no one believed in her. The eagle listened attentively, without interrupting, and when Anna finished, it looked at her with wisdom in its eyes. "You know, little Anna," the eagle began, "it doesn't matter what others think. What really matters is how you feel. If your dreams make your heart beat stronger, then they are worth fighting for." Anna, her eyes shining with emotion, replied, "Do you really believe that? Because sometimes I feel like I'm just wasting my time." The eagle smiled and said, "I do. I see many creatures like you, full of dreams, but who end up giving up because others don't believe in them. But the truth is, if we give up, we'll never know how far we could have gone. The opinions of others are just that, opinions. What truly matters is what you do with your will and determination. Those words resonated deeply within Anna. For the first time in a long while, she felt warmth in her chest, as if that simple conversation had reignited her inner flame. "Thank you," Anna said, with renewed determination in her eyes. "I'll follow your advice. I will keep chasing my dreams, no matter what happens." Satisfied, the eagle took flight, leaving Anna with a sense of power and confidence that she had never felt before. Anna knew that this encounter had changed something inside her. Perhaps fate was showing her that she wasn't alone on this journey. Now, Anna was ready to face the next challenge. With a light heart and a new perspective, she returned to the anthill with more determination than ever. But what would happen next? Would the other ants finally see the value in what Anna was building? Or would new challenges appear along the way? After so many criticisms and obstacles, Anna remained steadfast in her purpose. Over time, she learned how to turn the little stones, leaves, and small findings from her walks into something more special, pieces with a story, imbued with her effort and dedication. But even with all these creations, what she still lacked was the most important thing for her, her first customer. The other ants were still stuck in their usual work of gathering food and didn't see any value in what Anna was doing. Even so, she didn't give up. Anna set up her shop in a small corner of the anthill and carefully organized her pieces. There were her necklaces made of shiny stones, bracelets of exotic leaves, and tiny shell earrings. Everything was ready. All that was missing was someone who could see the value in it. Anna waited patiently, and although no ant seemed interested, she didn't let it get to her. In her heart, she knew that one day everything would change. And that's exactly what happened. One sunny morning, while Anna was adjusting the pieces in her shop, an ant named Clara approached, curiously observing what was going on. Clara was an ordinary ant, always busy with her daily tasks, but that day something caught her attention. She saw one of Anna's necklaces, made with a small shiny stone, and couldn't resist. "Hi, Anna. This necklace is beautiful. Where did you find something like this?" asked Clara, her eyes full of curiosity. Anna, surprised and excited by the question, smiled shyly and replied, "I made it myself. It's part of my collection here in the shop. I'm selling these items for anyone who wants something special." Clara, enchanted by the simplicity and beauty of the piece, tried on the necklace right away. It was perfect. Without a second thought, she bought the necklace from Anna and with a smile on her face, walked away wearing it. But the most incredible part was yet to come. Clara, proud of her new purchase, went straight to show off the necklace to her friends. When the other ants saw her, they were impressed by the beauty and originality of the piece. "Where did you get that?" they asked, intrigued. Still smiling, Clara replied, "From Anna's shop. She makes these wonderful pieces. You have to go there and check it out." It was at that moment that something magical began to happen. The ants, who had once ridiculed Anna, were now curious and eager to visit her shop. One by one, they went to the little space Anna had created in the corner of the anthill. And to Anna's surprise, they didn't just admire her creations, but they started buying her products too. Necklaces, bracelets, earrings, each piece was special, and each one told a little part of Anna's story. As the days passed, Anna's shop began to gain fame. It was no longer just a distant dream, something she kept secret. Now, the entire anthill was talking about her creations. The most incredible part? The same ants who once mocked her were now asking for advice, wanting to know how she managed to create such beautiful pieces. "Anna, how do you come up with so many ideas? How can I make something like this too?" they asked, with genuine curiosity and respect. Anna had become more than just a seller. She was now a reference in the anthill, a source of inspiration for all the ants who had once doubted the value of her dreams. And the best part? Anna felt fulfilled. Not because she had proven herself to the other ants, but because she had followed her own path, believed in herself, and achieved something that once seemed impossible. With each new day, more and more ants visited her shop. They didn't just want to buy her products. They also wanted to learn from Anna. She had become a symbol of perseverance, showing that with dedication, it's possible to turn even the harshest criticisms into fuel for success. But deep down, Anna knew that the success of her shop wasn't just about selling her creations. What truly made her happy was knowing that she had followed her heart, even when everyone around her told her she should give up. And now, seeing her pieces worn by so many ants, seeing the smile of every satisfied customer, Anna felt that all the effort had been worth it. That little ant, who had once been ridiculed and underestimated, had now transformed the anthill. But most importantly, Anna had transformed herself. She learned that no matter how harsh the criticisms may be, they can be overcome, and true success comes from never giving up on what makes your heart beat faster. With time, the entire anthill was talking about Anna's store. The ants who once laughed and made fun of her dreams were now curious, and many of them even lined up to get a closer look at Anna's work. The little ant's shop had become the center of attention. Her pieces, necklaces made of shiny little stones, earrings of delicate petals, and bracelets made of leaves, were much more than simple objects. Each one had a story, and that made every creation unique. Anna, who at the beginning was ignored, was now seen as a talented and creative entrepreneur. But it wasn't just that. She had become a reference within the anthill. Many ants who had doubted her before were now seeking her out for advice. "Anna, how can you be so creative? Or can you teach me how to make something like this too?" were questions she heard constantly. Little by little, she wasn't just selling her creations, but also inspiring other ants to think differently and pursue their own dreams. This recognition and the success of her store filled Anna's heart with pride. She knew that all of it was the result of her effort, her perseverance, and her decision not to let criticism stop her from moving forward. But deep down, she always remembered one thing: the conversation with the eagle. That special encounter had been the turning point in her life, the spark that reignited her faith in herself. And it was on a beautiful day, while Anna was reorganizing her products, that something magical happened. A familiar shadow crossed the sky above her. It was the eagle, her old friend. It landed gently on a nearby tree, with that wise and serene look. When Anna saw it, her heart filled with joy. She ran to the eagle with a big smile on her face. "Dear eagle friend," exclaimed Anna, full of gratitude. "Look around. My shop is a success, and I owe it all to you. Your words gave me the strength I needed not to give up." The eagle, with its wise and attentive eyes, calmly replied, "No, my little friend, you don't owe that to me. Your success is the result of your own determination and effort. All I did was remind you of what was already inside of you. You always had the power to turn your dream into reality. If you had given up, none of my advice would have mattered." Anna remained silent for a moment, reflecting on those words. The truth was that the eagle was right. The success of the shop, the respect of the other ants, all of that had been achieved because of her dedication, hard work, and most importantly, her courage to keep going, even when it seemed impossible. But the eagle wasn't done yet. It had one more piece of advice to share. "Anna, do you remember what I said before? The difficulties we face in life are like stones on the path. Sometimes we stumble over them, but if we know how to use them, those same stones turn into steps toward our success. The criticism you faced, it made you stronger. The laughter, it challenged you to keep going. And something even more important, never forget to put God ahead of your life and your business." Anna, moved by the eagle's words, asked, "Do you really believe that this is the most important thing?" The eagle, with all its care, replied, "Yes, my friend. It's no use gaining the world if, in the process, we lose our soul. Don't exhaust yourself just trying to get rich or seeking recognition. Have good sense. True success comes when we find balance, peace, and purpose in what we do. Remember, what you have built is incredible, but the most important thing is always to take care of your heart and your faith." Those words touched Anna deeply. She knew that her success wasn't measured only by the sales or the fame her shop had achieved. It was much more than that. It was about the journey she had taken, the lessons she had learned, and most of all, the faith that had sustained her every step of the way. "You're right, eagle. I will never forget that. I will keep following my dream, but always with God leading the way and with balance in everything I do." The eagle, satisfied with the response, flew away once again, leaving Anna with a feeling of peace and gratitude. The little ant knew that, from that moment on, she was ready for any challenge that might come. She had learned that success wasn't just about money or recognition, but about living with purpose, faith, and passion. And so, Anna continued her journey. Now more than ever, she knew she was on the right path. The entire anthill saw her store grow, but what really grew was her confidence and her certainty that, with determination and faith, any dream is possible. So, what can we take away from Anna's story? In the beginning, she seemed alone, not knowing how to deal with the other ants' criticisms. Everything she did was ridiculed, and it seemed that no one believed in her dream. But with a lot of courage and determination, she showed that it's possible to turn even failure into success. And you know what's even cooler? This applies to you too. There will always be people saying you won't make it, that it's better to give up. But do you want to know the secret? The criticism you receive might just be the fuel you need to keep going. Just like Anna, it's important to remember that difficulties and the opinions of others don't define who you are or what you can achieve. If you keep believing in yourself, one step at a time, you will reach your dreams. Now stay tuned. Just like Anna had to face obstacles and deal with criticism, you will also go through moments like that. But the big lesson here is, when it seems like everything is against you, that's the moment to grow. The criticism will come, but it can't bring you down as long as you keep your focus and your will to move forward. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll always find stories like this one that show it's possible to overcome challenges, even when things seem tough. So don't forget, keep your dreams alive, trust in your potential, and remember that criticism is just part of the journey. If Anna could do it, so can you.